Hello everyone, welcome to my channel again. Today we will discuss about the cause of hyperinflation, and in the next episode, we will discuss about the causes of hyperinflation. So talking about hyperinflation, as for me, a history student, probably the most familiar one is the 1923 Weimar Republic hyperinflation. So if you have truly studied the period of history, like in a really deep way, you will know that it has a series of really harsh costs for the period of like volatile Weimar economy. Not until Gustav Stresemann have come into power and become the probably the foreign minister, and establish a series of like the Dawes Plan and the Locarno Treaty. Like after they have received aid from the USA, the economy has been partially repaired. But if we see this in more thoroughly, actually a hyperinflation in one nation is not that easy to be erased, because like if you want to like fix a kind of like hyperinflation, you will need, just like if you did what Weimar Republic did, then you will need foreign aid. But during the Great Depression, the foreign aid of USA was being cancelled, and Weimar Republic then was have a lot of debts. So it is actually after the debt, all industry almost all failed. So this period of time, even though like you would seem to be that hyperinflation is fixed, but it also have a lot of deep effects that will reveals year after year. So, although economists debate whether the cause of moderate inflation are large or small, no one doubts hyperinflation extracts a high toll on society. The cause is the same as we discussed earlier. When inflation reaches extreme level, however, these causes are more apparent because they are so severe. So, let us discuss. The shoelace cause associated with reduced money holding, for instance, are serious under hyperinflation. Business executives devote much time and energy to cash management when cash loses in value very quickly. By diverting this time and energy from more socially valuable activities such as production and investment decisions, hyperinflation makes the economy run less efficiently. For example, this is hyperinflation. Then, initially, I work 8 hours a day as a sole trader. But now you see, because of the hyperinflation, the money is losing its value very quickly. So I need to reconduct the price whenever it is available. So if I need to reconduct the price, we need to know like how the market price is currently like going on, and the rate of the inflation is currently going on. So we need to make a lot of decisions. That means if I'm manufacturing business, a lot of time is wasted on like conducting the price, make the economy less efficiently. Probably I think like you guys all heard about a joke. The joke that says like in the Weimar Republic, the price tag of each thing need to be updated every 1 to 2 hours, and the same amount of money that can be used like to purchase a bread is doubled in the next hour. So this is the shoelace cost being used. Secondly, it is the money cost become larger under hyperinflation. Firms have to change price so often that normal business practices such as printing and distributing catalogs with fixed price become impossible. In one restaurant during the German hyperinflation, you see it mentioned a waiter will stand up on a table every 30 minutes to call out the new prices. So this is the reason why. The menu costs, it is impossible for them to print again, so they need to call them. Extra labor is needed. Similarly, relative price do not do a good job of reflecting true scarcity during hyperinflation when price changes frequently by large amounts. And it's hard for customers to shop around for the best price, because if you like go to this shop and you shop for 5 minutes and you see like the other shop, the shop next to it would increase its price. So according to a report, like when patrons enter a pub during the German hyperinflation, they will often buy 2 pitchers of beer. Though, the second picture will lose value by, getting warm and the ice are melting. However, it will lose value less rapidly than the money itself left sitting in the patron's wallet. Tax system also is distorted by hyperinflation, but in ways that are different from this distortion of moderate inflation. The tax system, there's a delay between the time a tax is levied and the time is actually paid to the government. So normally it is 1 year, but 1 year during hyperinflation, can make millions of times of difference. So in United States, for example, taxpayers are required to make estimated income tax payment every 3 months. This is due to, the concerning of hyperinflation, so they need to pay every 3 months, or if possible every 1 month, if more frequently. Once hyperinflation starts, the real tax revenue of the government often falls substantially, because one day can differ a lot. Finally, no one can underestimate the sheer inconvenience of living with hyperinflation. We need to carry dozens of money to the grocery store as burdensome as carrying the groceries back home. The monetary system also is not doing its best to facilitate exchange. Government tries to overcome the problem by adding more and more zeros to paper currency, just like what Weimar government did, but it often cannot keep up with the exploding price level. Eventually, these causes of hyperinflation become intolerable. Over time, money loses its main function as a store of value, unit of account, and medium of exchange. So more stable and official monies, cigarettes or the US dollar, start to replace the official money, and it is when the crisis of one nation starts. And there are also various solutions to solve a hyperinflation, and probably we'll discuss it later. And this is the end for this episode. Or have a nice day.